It's 2:26 in the morning, and I am leaving Columbia, South Carolina, headed on my way to Charlotte, North Carolina, to catch a flight to Florida. I gotta be there at about 10 in the morning to go ahead and start working. But I'm making this video because I believe when people say they not like us, I believe that. But I'm not talking about no race, no color, no gender. I'm just talking about people in general that think that they like us, like they can do what we do and live how we live and be with who we with. Social media be having life messed up, like life be life, and like you think you can play video games all day and then come out here and think that you're gonna be able to be successful in life. And I'm not speaking to actual gamers, like that's your profession, that's what you do. I'm just talking about just people in general spending their time on social media, not really living life, thinking that we the same. So when you look on their screen, they thinking that we alike because they got all these followers, not realizing there's people out here that still work hard every single day, still make really great money, and do it on the low with no problems, no stress. But they think they like us though. They think we out here, doing what they do. I've been 24 years in my profession. 24 years. You think you like me? You not like me. You not like me. You not getting how we getting it. You don't even know how to get it how we get it. But you be thinking that you like us. You not like us, man. And it irritates me. Social media irritates me to the point that I'm going to be on social media showing you in real time, in 4K and 8K, that you not like us. You don't do what we do. You can't live how we live. But on social media, you can. And it's just like that movie, man, Steven Spielberg made. It's called Real Player One. The first 5 minutes of that movie, it tells you exactly what we're going through right now. It shows that all these people were in a trailer park, but when they got into the virtual world, they had mansions, Bentleys, women, money, all this stuff. But when they took that VR off, they was in a trailer park. They was in a trailer park. I ain't knocking nobody that's in no trailer park. I'm never trying to offend nobody. What I'm saying is this: they not like us. But when we look on social media, it's like we in competition. And I'm trying to figure out, bruh, it's almost 2:30 in the morning. I'm leaving one city to go to another city, to fly to another city to go get this work. They not like us. And I be irritated about this new generation thinking that they putting in the work that we putting in. If I wanted to learn something back in the day, you know what I would do? I would have to go into an encyclopedia, right? Get that information. Or I had to search it out. And then when I found it, then I had this tingling sensation that I did something great, that I learned something that nobody knows until they search it out just like that. With social media and Google, man, you can just ask the question, Siri gonna give you the answer, Google gonna give you the answer, and the most important thing is, you think you know the answer. You think you know the answer because some computer told you what that answer was, but you don't feel it. You don't feel it. You don't feel that answer because you ain't worked for that answer. You don't feel that accomplishment in life because you ain't worked for it. You didn't struggle for it. You didn't pray for it. You didn't put the work in for it. 16, 18 hours in a day. When I came into plumbing, I was making $7 an hour as a helper. Then I had to apply to become an apprentice. And when I went to, you had to go to the school first. You had to be accepted. Once you got accepted, they gave you $11 an hour. And guess what? The first tool you got when you was in the union was a shovel. You manually learned and you went to school. You got both educations at the same time, the physical and the mental aspect of it. And every 6 months, we got 50-cent raise. That's it. These guys out here, they in the plumbing for 2 years and think they gonna make money like how we making money. They not like us. You not like us. Stop trying to skip over what it takes to be somebody. What it takes to live out your dreams, goals, and aspirations. You trying to jump over the experience to make it to an expectation that is unrealistic. Man, when I first got that Bentley, I was happy because I got my dream car. And then I realized it was just a car. That house you dreaming about is just a house. When you realize the maintenance on that thing, when you realize that you have to maintain the life that you've been running so hard and so fast to get. When I used to play Nintendo, we played Mario Brothers. And in the beginning, the song will be like, din 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 din, because that's the first stage. And then the second stage, it'll be din 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 din. Why? Because the second stage is harder than the first stage. But if you jump past the first stage or you give the controller to somebody else and they pass that stage for you, then when you fall or stumble or whatever the case may be back to that stage, you ain't gonna be able to pass that stage. So go through the stages. And what I also learned about that game is I played that thing day and night to win, only to get to the end of the game and I thought game was over. Game started right back over, but instead of one duck, it was two ducks. And that education taught me not to be in a rush. All it's gonna do is get harder on the next level. This is what they don't teach you. These are all these social media gurus that been gurus for 2 minutes in life. They don't have no experience. I always tell people, Libras are the people that teach people. You can't have library without Libra, because we gonna go through the experiences of life. We gonna teach you based off of what we learned in life. Life is just gonna keep lifing. And these people think that they like us. They gonna get up 2 in the morning, go from one city to another city to catch a flight to go to another city and state to go work. They not like us. So stop trying to play like you like us. Stop trying to play like you make the money we make. Stop trying to play like you understand life. My dad used to say when I was younger, I had wrote one of my first books, right? And he told me, he said, you have the information, but you don't have the understanding. And I never understood what he was saying until I got older and actually went through the experiences of life. See, you can write about whatever you want, but until you experience it for yourself, or you experience it enough to understand what you're going through in life, that's power. These fly-by-night guys that are gurus about stuff that they don't know nothing about, that lifing, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about because they haven't experienced life on that level. And even if they have on a financial basis because someone bought into what they were selling, they still haven't experienced life. They not like us. So stop trying to make you seem like you're more highly than you ought to be. You're not like us. And I'm tired of people following people that don't have their best interests at heart, that don't have the experience of life. If you're going to follow somebody, you need to follow the people that obtain the promises. What are the promises? The people that understand how to go through things in real life. These people, they get this whatever status, they fall short, man, they life in themselves. They offer themselves because they haven't gone through the struggles. They didn't work the principles of life. They did whatever it took to get to the next level without understanding that you need to walk that thing up. Don't take no jet up there, man. Because when you fall, you 10,000 feet in the air now with no parachute. Instead of stumbling on some stairs and you can get back up. You on the 8th floor, it ain't nothing to get back to the 10th. But when you on 150th floor and you passed all these other floors, not realizing on every level the expectations that it takes to be on that level, you gonna kill yourself. And these people, they don't understand how to live. So when the stress hit them, or when social media fight back on them, and then they get what we call canceled, then they don't understand that stress. Man, I was bullied. I was really bullied in life, right? My first name is Sir Earl, okay? I traveled around the world when I was a kid. I had these big, thick glasses, bifocals, darn near trifocals. When Urkel was out and Family Matters, they don't know nothing about that, right? I was really bullied. I had to learn how to fight. I had to learn how to stick up for myself. Real bullying, not cyberbullying. You get cyberbullying, man, you turn that internet off and keep it moving. You turn that internet off and you wait until the next cycle of media or news to hit the air, and then you right back at it. Man, I really have bullies, right, in real life. So when they be talking about what they be talking about, I be thinking, man, they not like us, man. They not doing what we do. They don't understand the principles of life. Stop following these people, man. Follow people that really do this, that you really gonna learn from, that you really gonna get some understanding for. Not because they twerking. Because they twerking, you following. And look, I'm not gonna be no name dropper guy, you know, or feel so any person can feel some type of way about themselves, because I'm not going to cyberbully people that are doing the things that I feel are irritating and not teaching people how to live, not teaching people how to love, not teaching people how to forgive, not teaching people the principles that are going to keep them going through life. Now you can fight the Bible all day long, right? But what you can't fight is the principles that lead to the success that are in the Bible. I used to teach in DJJ, right? Department of Juvenile Justice. Every single Wednesday, the inmates are probably between 10 and 17, right? I used to show them a more excellent way of doing things, right? In the Bible, those principles that will allow them to succeed and have a more excellent way of doing things in life. And those things I'm going to be teaching in my YouTube as I actually work, as I actually show you what work is really like, as I show you how to really get it, instead of these people lying to you, saying you can get this course and it's going to do this for you and change your life, and the only thing it does is change their life and their pockets. Nah, you gonna learn. You gonna learn with me. You gonna learn how to actually live. You gonna learn the principles. If you got kids that are getting to that point of high school, in the high school, getting into the college, man, I always preach and teach. Get a trade, man. I don't care what you do or how you do it. Get you a trade. Learn something that's going to help you and help others. And after this, I remember I used to look at McDonald's. I used to look on their board. It used to say millions and millions served. And then one day, I don't know what country I was in, but I saw another sign that said billions and billions served. We gotta be a people that start serving people. The disciples was with Jesus, and they were trying to figure out who was the greatest among them, while Jesus is washing their feet. And he said, the greatest among you is the one that's serving you. It's time to start serving people, because that's where your money is. That's where your prosperity is. That's where your success is. Learn something, teach something, learn something, help others, and then you're going to make something of yourself. Now, one of the best classes that I ever took in school was economics. I used to stay in there. When I learned supply and demand, which I already knew, but it was just having that course, I understood that you're going to get paid for two reasons. You're going to get paid for what people don't know, or you're going to get paid for what people are not willing to do. I own a plumbing company. People always think, oh, you got to deal with doo-doo. Come on, man. That's like 2% of what I do, right? But guess what? I serve everybody. Everybody. There's no person on this earth that I don't serve. While people was laughing and joking at me for what I did and what I do, I serve everybody. I serve you if you don't like black people. I serve you if you worship black people. I serve everybody. It don't matter your color, creed, nationality, cop. Anybody get it. And they don't ask no questions because the profession that I do serves everybody. And I'm not advocating everyone to be a plumber or learn the trade. I'm just saying learn something that people need. Yeah, you got guys and simps that need OnlyFans. But what happens when they decide they don't need that no more? You gaming, everybody looking at your streaming. But what happens when that shifts? Then what do you want to have underneath your belt? Learn something, earn something, teach something, and be successful. Subscribe and like. My YouTube is going triple platinum in the next couple years because I'm going to keep putting it in, the videos, so you can see how you really make it, how you really become a success, the stress of running business, and all that good stuff. This is the world of Sir Earl. Be blessed, be prosperous, and most importantly, be you. Out.